You're not in frame.
Oh, fuck. My camera's fucked. All right. I tilted this whole screen. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, show me the...
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Okay. We're live.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Mudpuppies? Welcome to another episode of the Cryptid Files. Podcast talks to you all about cryptids, monsters, folklore,
Files.
Aliens, ghosts,
Mormons. Scientologists.
all the other things that go bump in the night.
Yeah.
Sometimes Charlie's bowel movements.
Yeah. Sometimes.
A handful of
Mothman
dicks. Especially Mothman dicks.
Platypus dicks.
They have 4
They have 4.
in their butt.
Yeah. They had 2. They have 4?
Is it 2? Oh, Kinders have 4 dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about dicks a lot.
Yeah.
We're your hosts as always, Anthony and Charlie. And tonight we're here to talk about Mantis Man, who I'm offended that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not actually entirely from New Jersey, but he's part of like New Jersey folklore legend, kind of. So.
Yeah. Before we get into it.
Yeah.
Charlie, what's been going on?
Dude, not much. My mom left today. She came to visit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she was supposed to leave Sunday, but weather.
Yeah.
And so she left today, which was cool.
Did she come to visit because of the weather? She was like, I'm going to escape the New York storm and come hang out in North Carolina?
She planned this visit before the weather happened. And
Okay.
then she got down here and weather happened.
And then we didn't even get the weather we were supposed to get.
Yeah, we didn't even get the weather.
Apparently we're getting it next week, though.
I hope not. I don't want any bad weather. I just want normal fucking South Carolina weather. But, yeah, besides that, just been working, chilling, doing stuff. How about you?
I'm doing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm finally going through the process of getting promotion. So
Hell yeah.
I got my 2 letters of recommendation. Tomorrow I'm going to be typing up all my my stuff that I need to apply with, and then Thursday I'm dropping it all off on my boss's desk and hoping for the best.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I think the deadline is the 6th, so I'll hopefully know by like later that next week. So hopefully by the end of next week they'll have their decision on who they're hiring, and then I'll go through the training if I get it.
That's great, dude.
Fingers crossed.
You're getting promoted. I haven't been fired yet. This
is
great.
Well, I'm not getting promoted yet.
Possibly.
It's not official. They're only picking 2 people.
Yeah.
So
you're better than them.
Okay.
Just fight the other
9
guys.
months, so we'll see.
Fight the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. If they can't be promoted if they're dead.
Exactly.
So, Highlander, it'll only be me.
If something happens to those guys.
Paper trail.
This video was getting deleted.
But, all right, shall we get into this one?
Yeah, we get into it.
All right, let's talk about Mantis Man.
Yes.
So Mantis Man comes to us from Hackettstown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Which is like less than a half hour away from where we grew up.
Yeah.
Which bothers me that we didn't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes to us from 2002-ish, which I was like 7 years old, so maybe that's why I never heard about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So he's described as a 7-foot-tall praying mantis.
Yeah.
That's Mantis Man.
That's Mantis Man.
He was sighted multiple times along the Musconetcong River, in and around it. And there's really not much else to it. He's just a big-ass mantis that was in the river.
Yeah. So there's some deeper unofficial lore.
All right, hit me.
That I got. But all right. So, yeah, you got it. 6 to 8 feet tall, thin, elongated, insect-like, right?
He's a bug.
He's a bug. He's
a
big bug, right?
It's a mantis.
He's got the
Mantis Man.
He's got the triangle head. He's described as insectoid, large eyes, dark, kind of reflective. That's his most like distributing. What's the word? Distinguishing feature that he's got. And witnesses constantly say he feels intelligent, not animalistic in a sense.
They touched him and they were able to tell he was intelligent?
Well, they didn't touch him. They were like, he touched some of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's one way you get a lawsuit.
Yeah. And often he's described as aware of being observed. Right? Well, that would make sense because he's got them big eyes. Yeah. You know? I feel like if I had them big eyes,
have kaleidoscopic vision, don't they?
I don't
see like everything at once.
Like a kaleidoscope?
Yeah.
And they just kind of push together to pieces.
Right, don't they? Yeah. Like the way flies see.
I don't know. I'm not much of a mantis expert, but
you have a fucking.
I have a terrarium.
But
no one knows what's living in there.
Is anything living there anymore?
I don't know.
All your crickets are dead.
They are dead. They're bad crickets.
Your mold is dead.
My mold's dead too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. I'm gonna put an orange in there and see what happens.
And a mantis.
We
can grow Mantis Man.
We can grow Mantis Man. All right. So the earliest roots of Mantis Man.
You're gonna tell me this is some Native American thing?
No.
Okay.
No. Believe it or not, he's got like absolutely no fucking folklore origin, right? There is no like Germanic fucking came over to the U.S. in the fucking 1700s, or Algonquian myth, or Spanish explorers, or French immigrants. None of that shit.
Nothing.
This thing is as new gets.
Right.
In the cryptid UFO world, right?
New cryptids.
Yeah. So the earliest roots that we could trace back are up to some like UFO abduction research in the 1960s and like through the 80s.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So
because there are some people that think he's an alien, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a whole category of aliens known as mantoids.
Right. The mantis aliens.
Right.
They're at war with the tall whites to colonize Mars.
Yeah.
And keep the space Nazis away.
100%. Yes, that is all factual data. But yeah, so one of the most iconic ones that I think kind of sets the stage for this, and probably one of the most famous alien abduction stories, is the Betty and Barney Hill abduction, right?
Okay.
From 1961, September 19th, right? So
I thought it was Betty and Barney Rubble.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so, AJ.
Were Fred and Wilma involved?
What?
Were Fred and Wilma involved?
No, Fred and Wilma are not involved.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. But so basically, this incident began September 19th, 1961, when a couple reported seeing a strange light in the sky while driving through New Hampshire. After stopping to observe it, they later realized they had traveled about 35 miles with several hours of missing time. So basically, they just don't know what happened to these last several hours, and they're 35 miles down the road, right? This became the foundation of modern alien abduction lore. Shortly afterwards, Betty Hill reported the sighting to a friend at Peace Air Force Base, right? Believing that, their radar data confirmed a UFO. However, Project Blue Book, right, their records show the radar event cited basically hours before or during times inconsistent with the Hill sighting, right? So they had UFO sightings in the area in Project Blue Book, but the timelines didn't match up. So during the Hills time, right, there was no radar information, but they saw it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Cool. 2 weeks after the sighting.
Do we know anything about the Hills? Did they do drugs? Were they crazy people?
No, they were just like normal family people.
Okay.
Right? 2 weeks after the sighting, Betty began having nightmares about being taken aboard a spacecraft, subjected to medical experiments, and over the next 2 years, she reportedly wrote and rewrote detailed dream accounts. Those dream accounts kind of do all of the famous elements of the story, right?
Right.
Including where she talks about being part of medical exams. She was given a star map, alien personalities, and communication methods, right? So she actually drew the star map, which people still use as physical forms of evidence for today, like today's date of this incident, right?
Right.
Now, right, the Hills 2 years later went like a hypnosis thing.
Right.
Right. And by that time, Barney had heard Betty's stories many times. Early on, Barney believed that the light they saw was an airplane, not a spacecraft. However, under hypnosis, Barney described beings resembling what later came to be known as gray aliens. This was the first gray alien sighting, pretty much.
So it's not the same as Mantis.
Kind of, right? Betty's own accounts only changed to match this description. So Betty's accounts changed to match the description after hearing Barney's sessions, right? So the original ones that Betty saw
were mantis-y.
Seemed more mantis-y, right? But here's the other problem. The first appearance of the classic gray alien image actually occurred on television shortly before Barney's hypnosis.
Sounds like bullshit.
Raising the possibility of cultural influence rather than memory, right? So that kind of had a lot of people look at that as the very first insectoid type alien encounter, right? Not necessarily Mantis Man himself, right? But moving on another 10 years, right? 1973.
Well, so Mantis Man has been around.
Yeah, well, there's been... Possibly.
If these are the same thing. Because there's also the possibility that Mantis aliens and Mantis Man are not the same thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, there are. Now, this one has a similar connection to Mantis Man, and they think because the creatures that they saw had some type of insectoid-looking arms, right?
They came out of caves.
They did not come out of caves, no. So on October 11th, 1973, 40-year-old Charles Hickson, not Charles Dixon, or whatever his name is.
Charles Hickson.
Yeah.
Okay. So far we have two sets of people that are very similar to pop culture icons.
Yes, yeah. 19-year-old Calvin Parker. So these two guys went fishing on the bank of the Pascagoula River, right?
Okay.
As dusk fell, they heard a whirring, whizzing sound. They saw flashes of blue light in the water, and they looked up to see an oval-shaped object approximately 30 to 40 feet across and 8 to 10 feet high, right? 3 creatures came gliding out of the aircraft and took them aboard. They were completely paralyzed but still conscious. The 2 men were subject to medical exam by a giant, like, robotic eye. They were then returned to shore, and the craft sped away into the night. Hickson and Parker promptly reported the incident to Kelso AFB and Jackson County Sheriff's Department. A secretly made audio recording revealed that they were traumatized, worried about their families, and had no intentions of deceiving anyone. Hickson reportedly passed a polygraph examination.
It's been coming up a lot.
Yeah. And Dr. J. Allen Hynek, professor of astronomy at Northwood University, studied the case and concluded, there is no question in my mind that these men have had a very real frightening experience, right? So, for this sighting, the creatures' descriptions were basically insect-like flying creatures that came down to them while they were at a riverbank fishing, brought them up.
But were they mantis-like or just insect-like?
Insect-like. It's kind of hard to tell, though, because...
Could be a third thing.
Could be a third thing. These all could be third things. Like the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Where it's like
different things.
Any big thing flying has been looked at and been said it's a Thunderbird or a dragon.
Right.
When it could be, absolutely any cool giant flying thing.
Not the math calculator.
Yeah, I know. I just knocked over the calculator. But yeah, so those were the biggest ones from that time period, right? Now, this is Benjamin Davidson from 1964-1965. This is an abduction story, right?
Okay.
An exterminator in Ohio recalled his experience decades later after...
Exterminator.
Yeah, exterminator, which is hysterical because this one is actually mantis beings, right? So, after memory trigger...
Which is kind of wild, though, because you wouldn't really call an exterminator over praying mantises. Most people are happy to have them around.
Imagine if your house is swarmed with like 50 praying mantises, though. I don't think they do that.
That's good luck.
Yeah, but...
I also don't think that they swarm, because they eat each other.
Yeah, but imagine there was a swarm of them. Like, just imagine.
You'd have bigger problems, because if the mantises are swarming, something is wrong.
Yeah, but same thing if Bigfoot's in your couch. Something's wrong.
Manti?
Mantis.
Manticide? What's the plural of mantises?
Gaggle of manti. I don't know. Maybe like an army, like ants.
But like, okay, octopus is octopi.
Yeah.
Is it manti?
Could be. Mantus.
Mantosis?
Mantosis, yes.
Okay.
Or like moose is
more
moose.
Than one mantis is more.
Yeah.
Mooses.
All right. So he described being stopped on a road by a landed disc-shaped craft and encountering giant mantis beings beside his vehicle. One acted as an escort, guiding him peacefully onto the craft. Inside, he underwent medical sampling and witnessed a deceased child on another table, with caused emotional...
Diseased or deceased?
Deceased.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Also, it's mantises. I looked at it.
Okay, cool. Which caused emotional distress before he blacked out and awoke back in his car. He reported feeling calm throughout most of the encounter and died in 2001 before giving further details. So this was the first account where the mantoid idea, like species, was brought up, where they were like, oh, this is a species of mantis aliens. So before this, all those other accounts were
bug aliens.
Yeah, were just bug aliens, and now they're officially being described as kind of like mantises, right?
Okay.
Now, there's one more, right? Well, there's a couple more, but this is from 1987. A man named Kevin encountered a silent cigar-shaped craft notice all the spacecrafts are either ovals or like elongated ovals, but cigar shape's kind of strange. They're all kind of round, right? They don't look like airplanes. So he encountered the cigar-shaped craft while stopped during a motorcycle hunting trip. He later observed
motorcycle hunting. He was hunting motorcycles.
He was hunting motorcycles. Yes,
very quiet.
Yeah, hunting motorcycles.
Duck season, weapon season, motorcycle season.
Yeah. He later observed insectoid beings. He said they were resembling grasshoppers wearing blue jumpsuits. After paralysis and blackout, which is a super reoccurring theme we've had here, he recalled being taken aboard a craft where the insectoids behaved in a friendly manner, showing him images of Earth, and offered to take him elsewhere. He was instructed to forget the experience, but later memories returned. He developed unexplained hand injuries he attributes to the encounter. So problems with this. It says after paralysis and blackout, he recalled something, right? So if he recalls being brought onto the ship, I don't know if he was blacked out, but whatever.
My other issue is the motorcycle hunting trip. Because, all right, he's either hunting motorcycles,
yes,
which is bonkers, or he's hunting on a motorcycle, which is not going to work. They're going to hear you coming.
I think he was riding his motorcycle to the hunting trip.
You're going to scare them away!
I don't think he's like driving around in the fucking woods shooting off his goddamn motorcycle, dude.
You never know, man.
No, he could be. I hope he was, but he wasn't. He definitely was riding his motorcycle to a hunting trip. And it just turned into the motorcycle hunting trip. But anyways,
listen, if I'm going to put it in Discord, vote, do you think it's hunting for motorcycles or hunting from your motorcycle? You let me know.
Yeah. But anyways, right? So he said they resembled grasshoppers wearing blue jumpsuits. Now, I'm thinking of a standing grasshopper, right?
In a blue jumpsuit.
And I'm thinking that seems a lot like Mantis Man, right? We got kind of the same head shape. Kind of the same idea of
they come, they eat, they leave.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But but yeah. All right. So
Bugs Life reference went right over his head.
One more abduction encounter, right? Okay. So this is from the late 1880s, early 1990s. I don't really have an exact date for it, but under hypnosis, Kim Carlsberg described walking on a table in a large organic feeling room surrounded by mantis-like beings. She reported invasive medical procedures and intense sense of psychological exposure, stating that nothing could be hidden from the mantis entity. The account is one of the most graphic insectoid abduction reports. So basically she said that she could remember being abducted by a giant mantis creature and just having medical experiments done on her, and there was absolutely nothing she could hide from the mantis. Yeah. So the mantis
looked at her butthole.
Yes. Yeah. So it seems like in all these stories...
Do you know, there's a doctor, he can tell you how old you are by sending him pictures of your butthole?
I don't believe that's true.
He told me I was born yesterday.
Yeah. That's terrible. That's like, AJ, please don't. Oh, no. So those are all the abduction encounters I found, right? Okay. Now, reoccurring themes with those, right, is that...
I looked at their butthole.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's the same thing where paralysis, blackout, medical examinations, and then bad job at erasing memories.
I mean, they don't have hands, so they don't have not hands. Very articulate with what they're doing.
They don't have hands. I don't understand how he put the jumpsuit on without the hands.
Maybe they have help.
They haven't all been described as wearing jumpsuits either. That was just one account, which is kind of strange. But now let's go into mantis beings that are not abducting people, right? So
Mantis Man, Hackettstown.
Yes, Mantis Man, Hackettstown. But before that, because that's not till the later 2000s.
Oh, okay, shit, wow. This is a lot more than I did.
Yeah, this is from 1947.
Oh, so yeah. We're going back in time again.
We're going back in time again, right? Actually, one of them's in South Carolina too. But this is from Langley.
Can we go find him?
We can. I'm sure.
Let's go.
He could be the Lizard Man.
Scary Tender, if you're watching, you're coming with us.
Yeah. All right. So, 2 boys encountered 5 giant mantis beings emerging from a dome-shaped craft.
That is not an even match. That's not fair.
What do you mean?
2 against 5. Not cool.
That's true. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, it could be me. Other than it's not fair for the mantis. All right. So one mantis examined the boy's books, physically restrained him, communicated telepathically, instructing him not to look up during the craft's departure. The boys experienced intense heat, but were unharmed. Right. So basically, they saw Mantis land. Mantis looked at his books.
Yeah, why his books?
They wanted to see human books. Mantises can read, dude. They're smart as fuck. Have you ever seen them?
I don't think mantises can read.
Have you ever seen like mantis characters?
They don't have written language.
They're always like wise in video games and shit.
It's only because they look like ninjas.
They are ninjas. That's why they can read. Ninjas can read. Books. But anyways,
ninjas can't. Well, they can't. Ninjas are not.
They're farmers.
Yeah,
they have to be able to read like how to do farm work. I don't know how to do farm work.
I don't think
it's because I can't read. For rice farming. It's because I can't read. I don't know how to rice farm. But yeah, that was Langley, British Columbia in 1947. Now moving up to 1977, right? Okay. This is Greenville, South Carolina. A 3-year-old girl encountered a large mantis-like...
That's nearby.
Yeah, it is super nearby. A 3-year-old girl encountered a large mantis-like being near her home in daylight. She blacked out and later complained of pain. As an adult, she reports infertility and associates it with the missing time during the encounter. So now she can't have kids. Yeah. But she thinks that the mantis did experiments on her.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Seattle, Washington. This is in 1993, so we're getting closer to Hackettstown. Okay. Well, not geographically, but timeline-wise. Yes. Right? A woman awoke at night and saw a tall robed figure in a hallway.
Robed figure?
Yeah, it was robed, okay. Right? Though the entity vanished quickly, she later drew it and realized it resembled an insectoid being with multiple arms, large eyes, and antenna-like features.
See, when you say the robe, I'm picturing that episode of SpongeBob where Gary teaches him how to tie his shoes.
Look,
and then No, not that one. The one where he's going to people's dreams and Gary's like a snail man.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw that in my head.
Dude, you know what I'm thinking of? All these...
Or Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine Jar Jar...
Senate robes.
That'd be terrifying.
That would be... Jar Jar Binks in his Senate robes is my sleep paralysis.
But these mantis people seem very interested in, like, human life, right? Yeah. So imagine, like, it's just trying on, like, a lady's bathrobe.
Yeah. Ooh. This is nice. This is I will bring this to my people.
And then sees the lady and just... like, disappears and go...
just like Homer into the bushes. This is my robe now.
Oh, man.
Did you see another one and it's got a fucking football jersey on?
Yeah. All right. Now, this is for the Nevada people. Stillwater, Nevada in 1994. A couple encountered insectoid-headed humanoids near a strange 3-legged craft. After the man fired warning shots, the beings fled towards the object and more similar figures appeared before the couple escaped. Right? So, of course, whenever you see aliens, the best thing to do is shoot at it because you definitely have better technology than those aliens.
I mean, you're pretty convinced that if they're here, they're only here for bad things. So, yeah, I would shoot them too. But I wouldn't. Okay, they came out. I worded that wrong. I wouldn't shoot them. You'd probably shoot them. But I'd be like, hey, you guys want to be friends? And then I'd probably get shot.
You'd probably get experimented on.
Oh, my poor butthole.
Yeah, no, yeah, you get. I wouldn't get experimented on. I have a whole plan for fighting these things, by the way. But, oh, nice. All right. So, Grand Prairie, Alberta, 2012. A witness...
Try that one more time.
Grand Prairie, Alberta.
There you go. Okay.
2012. A witness awoke to find an 8 to 9 foot tall insectoid entity with backward bending legs and a gray-like head in their bedroom. The being appeared frustrated, made eye contact, and then faded away from view.
How can you tell if a bug is frustrated? Excuse me?
It goes... and then, like, fades away. You know?
That to me would not convey frustration. That to me would convey the fuck.
I've seen frustrated bugs before.
I don't think I've ever looked at a bug and went, that bug looks frustrated.
Have you ever seen the video of the bug crawling on a piece of paper and the guy draws lines and then the bug has to turn around and go the other way?
Okay, that conveys so. He's probably frustrated, but there's nothing in the bug's fucking like posture or face that goes, oh yeah, he's frustrated.
I don't know, dude.
You just know he's frustrated because of what he's doing.
First of all, I don't know if I've never looked at a bug like that close to see if they look frustrated, right? No. I don't know. Maybe they do.
You can't make any kind of face with a mandible, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe they're frustrated. I don't know. But we have a lot of sightings, and this person said they saw a frustrated mantis. So, fucking deal with it, AJ. It's a frustrated fucking mantis. Okay. Now.
I'm gonna figure out what a frustrated mantis might look like while you keep doing this.
Yeah. Now, well, before you do that, let's go into Hackettstown.
All right.
Let's go into like the New Jersey stories, right? So this is from late 1990s, early 2000s. Reports kind of shift from bedrooms and alien spaceships to outdoorsy encounters, right?
Okay.
And this shift happened in this time period, and it kind of stayed like this going forward, right? So it's almost like they stopped being alien spaceship sightings, and then now we're starting to see them, you know,
as just forest monsters.
As just forest monsters, right? Okay. New Jersey kind of became a focal point here, right? And they started seeing them near rivers, and fishermen started seeing them. They described it as an entity standing upright, watching silently, no pursuit. No pursuit, no aggression. Encounters end suddenly and almost abruptly, right? Yeah, I didn't write down the actual New Jersey sightings. Do you have them?
Just that they were all over the Muscatatuck River.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There was fishermen seeing it, and fucking,
yeah. They were just standing in and around the river, just doing their thing.
Yeah.
And they distributed or depicted or they had mantis-like traits. They would open their wings and they would look at people and do the mandible things.
Yeah, so the most consistent things I saw from all of these were it does not chase, it does not communicate verbally, right? It often stands still or slowly turns its head. It appears briefly, then disappears. It's frequently associated with late night or early morning, which is the same with a lot of the alien encounters too, which is why I find them very closely related here, right?
Right.
And a feeling of being evaluated is what they all said when they encountered this being kind of like near the rivers and in the woods.
Right.
Right. So that is the Mantis Man stories, right? And I am 100% firm believer this is on the UFO alien species kind of side of things, right?
Okay.
It started off as alien sightings or UFO sightings. We got abduction stories, right? Then all the abduction stories and spacecraft stories kind of ended.
Right.
And we just went into seeing them in person kind of a little bit further out from society. So it seems like they were doing a lot of human research to begin with in the 60s. And then they decided to get a little bit more, let's go hidden or away from society and maybe moving a little bit more towards like environmental stuff because they started.
One theory that can piece this all together. A couple of them got left behind. And that's why they're not doing experiments and shit anymore because they don't have their ships. They got stranded.
That would be crazy. Damn.
And that's why we have the Hackettstown one that's just kind of a Mantis thing.
Yeah.
He lost his jumpsuit.
Lost his jumpsuit.
Ship, so he doesn't have his probes and stuff. He's just like, I'm just a Mantis.
Or this is like their punishment island.
Oh, maybe we're a prison colony.
We're
and
a
they're just
prison colony.
leaving them behind like Australia.
Yeah, leaving them behind like Australia.
Or this is the Australia of the solar system.
Yeah. Right, so let's go over theories, right?
Obviously, we have the alien theory.
Yeah, we have the alien theory that we talked about. Now, there is the interdimensional ultra-terrestrial theory, right? So that's kind of like...
So that's like when you become an extraterrestrial and then you get to level 100 and become ultra-terrestrial?
Yeah, so it's something that exists outside our normal perception, right? Like, it's a theory with Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
Right? You know how it kind of phases in and out?
Guys can mind speak.
Yeah, you can mind speak to Mantis Man. I don't see why you couldn't be able to mind speak to Mantis Man. We should call Jessica Jones, see if she could.
She doesn't mind speak. She remote views.
Remote views.
That's totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Yes. Totally different. They exist outside of normal perception, right? Appear briefly where realities overlap, right? Which would explain sudden appearances, missing time, and dreamlike quality of encounters.
What if they're regular-sized mantises?
Yeah.
And because of the overlapping, they just got too big.
Or if all the sightings are just people with really bad depth perception.
Okay, buddy.
And
your depth perception has to be really fucking bad. And you see a mantis standing outside of a river.
And they're super close to it. And they have no idea.
Wow, that's a big mantis.
There's a giant mantis over there.
It's like standing on their dashboard. And
yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's huge.
Look how fast it's running from my car. That has been described as floating, too. So, wouldn't put it past.
Holy shit. This thing's huge. It's on your face, Paul.
Yeah. Okay.
There's another theory that it's, at least the Hackettstown ones, is that it's an escaped lab experiment.
Yes.
But I did some digging of science labs in the Hackettstownish area.
Yeah.
They're all medical labs. And not medical labs like experimental medical labs in terms of they'd be doing animal testing. They're medical labs in terms like they're making medical equipment and drugs. The only thing that could be considered something where it might have come from is that Rutgers has the Waxman. I can't read my own fucking handwriting. Waxman Institute of Microbiology. Yeah. And the Center for Advanced Biotechnology. Yeah. But that's over an hour away. And the chances of that thing wandering from New Brunswick to Hackettstown without being seen on 287 are pretty slim to none.
Well, that's my favorite because I like the whole Ninja Turtle theory. Right?
That it lives in the sewer?
Well, you know, they were turtles. They got radiation dosages, and
it was an accidental thing.
But
there's nothing radioactive near Hackettstown either.
But imagine. Here's the other thing. Why do the Ninja Turtles wear masks?
That's good point. We're all thinking of a fucking turtle.
Imagine Mantis Man wearing a fucking mask. But why did the Ninja Turtles wear masks? I don't fucking know, dude.
So we didn't know they were identities, dude.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Imagine you see a giant turtle. It's a ninja. That's not. It doesn't have the mask on.
That's not the same turtle.
It's a different turtle. These turtles are masked. Shit. That turtle's harmless.
It's just a big turtle.
Oh god. But yes, Ninja Turtles, cool. So there's another theory, right? Psychological or archetypal manifestation, right?
Drugs.
Yeah, no, kind of. Insects trigger deep instinctual fear, right? There's a lot of people that are afraid of bugs, like you with crickets.
Yeah.
Right?
But I've never seen a cricket and be like, it's 8 feet tall.
No, but have you ever had a nightmare about a giant cricket? Would you put it past that? Would you put yourself...
I honestly haven't.
Yeah, but would you be surprised if you did at some point?
No.
No. You see? So they could manifest during stress or altered states. The weakness in this theory, though, is the consistent descriptions across unrelated witnesses, right? Okay. And the physical locations and repeated geography. So normally with, this being something where it's like a bunch of people that are naturally scared of insects, if this was a common thing, we would see it all over the world, right? We would see people having similar reactions to things like this,
right? And
claiming that they see a giant insect, right? And we don't see that, right? In fact, we've seen very isolated accounts of this, kind of in the U.S., starting as alien encounters that kind of molded with like the insect idea, and then eventually phasing into something new. So that's not very common for like a fear of snakes, right? For it to kind of grasp.
Yeah, but there are giant
snakes. Okay. 34. Misidentified natural phenomenon. I have to talk about it. Large animals.
What the fuck can you misidentify as a praying mantis?
One on your face.
Okay. I saw a bear. No, it was a mantis.
Yeah. So large animals, shadows, optical illusions, basically the depth perception, pareidolia, blah, 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 blah.
That's human shit. Yeah,
that's human shit. But basically, we see shit sometimes. If we see, like, you look in the clouds, what shape do you see in the clouds, right? And then you're like, oh, that looks like an elephant. That looks like a mantis. That looks like, the fucking spaceship from fucking Halo 3 or, whatever. We associate things, right, with mystery. Whenever we see something we can't explain, our first instinct is to try and find an explanation for it. So if we see a shape in the woods that looks like a mantis, right? Whether that's just, we see sticks that look like mantis hands, right? Your brain might automatically put together the puzzle for you and say, oh, there's a mantis there.
Right.
Which is cool. It makes sense. But once again, that doesn't explain the repeated behavioral traits that we have, right? So it doing the same things, The alien abductions, it doesn't talk about really with that theory at all.
Right.
And we don't have the entire thing, like the entire history of it. Like, this is something that we should have been seeing in the 1600s, 1500s, you know,
right,
all throughout history, but we haven't. So it doesn't make too much sense that it's been doing that, right? So yeah, this is a different cryptid, right? It doesn't come from folklore,
no,
right? It's got no clear evolutionary explanation, right? It's not like, you know, Bigfoot, where it's possibility of it being some type of, you know, creature that lives in some strange area that just isn't very well known to humans, right? There's really no evolutionary way a mantis could get that big either, just because of the way they absorb oxygen through their skin instead of, like, you know, insects don't have lungs.
Right.
Right? So a giant insect wouldn't really be able to survive.
No.
Right?
That's some dinosaur shit.
So it really sits on this weird border area, right? Between cryptid, UFO entity, and some weird, like, paranormal existence, right? Interdimensional idea, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, it's interesting. But that's its story. That's the story of Mantis Man. The story of Mantis Man. It's all through the Northeast. It's all the way in Seattle, but it's mainly North America. Yeah. And it seems to be studying us more than we're studying it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Cool. All right, you want to take a break?
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to give this thing the Charlie treatment.
Yes.
See how you kick its ass.
I will kick its ass. All right.
We'll be right back, my
Be right back, guys. We're back.
Welcome back, Mudpuppies.
Yes.
So, Charlie, how would you fight Mantis Man?
Okay. So.
Would we say the Mantis Man or a Mantis Man?
Or Mantis Men. You know, they sometimes travel in groups. I would have the same strategy for both, though. Right? It seems like every time somebody stops and focuses on Mantis Man is when they get abducted.
Right.
Right? And most of the survival and escape encounters have always been with reactionary actions rather than freezing. Right?
Okay.
So I think maybe if focusing on Mantis Man is what kind of lets it in to basically paralyze you and make you black out, I would just start not focusing. I'd look at the ground and I'd start shooting. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like fighting an Enderman.
Yeah. No, yeah. But I would...
Put a pumpkin on your head.
I would... Honestly, I would probably do some type of, like, warning shot towards Mantis Man himself. Or if I didn't have a gun, I'd throw something at him. Act very aggressive at first and then skedaddle. right? I would not focus on, looking, observing, trying to like figure out what it is, right? Because every abduction encounter we've seen with Mantis Man has been with people that are, interested in trying to be like, what is this? And reacting has been the number one deterrence. It seems like they're looking at people that won't react.
Okay.
Or people that will be more observative. Observant. Yes.
Jesus.
Observativant, right? Observativant. Yeah. So I won't be observativant, right? Observant. No observativance on my end, right? I'm not gonna think. I'm gonna attack.
You do a great job of that.
Thinking's not allowed. I ain't gonna read no books at Mantis Man.
He'll read your books.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think this is fully the best reaction is to focus on something, kind of ground yourself, not freak out, and not allow it to make you black out. So, yeah, that's how I'd fight the Mantis Man. Easy days. How would you fight the Mantis Man?
Shoot it.
Shoot it.
Yeah. They're not bulletproof.
They're not bulletproof. Yeah. In fact, they seemed kind of freaked out when that one guy shot at them. So, it makes sense. Seems like a good way to go. But, cool.
All right, let's give this thing a rating.
Yeah, let's give this thing a rating.
Charlie, how real do you think Mantis Man is?
Dude, I like this. All right? I like how it had an evolution of behavioral differences. I like how it's kind of an isolated time frame, so it doesn't make as much sense with natural reactions to seeing bugs or insects, because we would see this like throughout history and a little bit more spread out through the world, especially areas where mantis are much more prevalent, right? So, and it really does fit the UFO alien like area, so we've got a lot of recorded stories. We have a lot of sightings for it. We have the behavioral change that makes it seems like it's done different things for different parts of research. We have similar reactions. So I think it's pretty real, dude. Not enough solid evidence, though. We don't have any, like, solid proof of it. We don't have, footprints. We don't have fucking a body of one. We don't have anything like that. So I have to give it a, lower medium score.
Okay.
But just because of how it's historically existed and the consistency of the story that I've gotten, I'm going to give it at the higher end of that. So I'm going to give it a 2.6.
2.6. As real as you think it is, you're only giving it a 2.6.
If we don't have any solid evidence.
Okay.
We have zero solid evidence. There's no, like, governments that looked into this thing that we know about. No footprints, no body parts, no fucking spaceship fucking
right. Just people saying
photos. Yeah, just people saying they were abducted by a mantis being, and they all have foggy memory about it.
Right. Okay.
So,
all right. Well, if we adhere to the theory that it's been an alien all along, and that the Hackettstown and beyond sightings are of either one or more that were left behind or stranded or anything, it gives a pretty followable narrative that makes sense. Yeah. But like you said, there is no evidence.
Yeah.
So I am going to give it 2.51.
Oh.
Just a little bit more than
bit more than half. Yeah.
All right, Charlie, how cool do you think this is?
Super fucking cool.
Yeah, praying mantises are cool.
Praying mantises are cool. And this one, it's got a lot of the cool features I like about cryptids. It does something. It's not boring, right? It's consistent. It could be alien, but people aren't 100% saying Mantis Man is an alien. They're kind of open to theories with it. It interacts with people. There's a reason to be afraid of it. So yeah, I would give it pretty high score of 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
If it was more consistently man-shaped with mantis features, I think it was cooler than just a big praying mantis. So I'm going to give it a 4.
Makes sense.
And now how unique is the Mantis Man?
This is hard because it's another like UFO story.
Yeah.
another alien abduction story.
Yeah.
It is kind of in the class of insectoid human, area, so it does fit a category.
Mm-hmm. It also fits an alien category.
Also fits the alien category.
There's already 2 points knocked off my score.
Yeah. It is kind of its own thing, though, right? And it does have that unique quality of having like a narrative of behavior, right? So I'm gonna give it a 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it losing a point because it's an alien. That's dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Losing a point because it's giant something. Dime a dozen.
Giant version of
thing, right?
Thing.
Yeah, we saw that with the Agua. We saw that with Thunderbirds, and it happens a lot. So,
yeah.
We also saw it with the Alkali Lake Monster. I'm gonna have to give it a solid 3 as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Math duck time.
Math duck time. Let's get Quack and Awesome in here.
And then we're going to compare our scores because we forgot to do that last week.
Oh, yeah.
See who actually scored it higher. All right, Matt Duck is ready.
Cool. All right, ready?
Oh, yeah. I told you it was.
2. I know, but every time you say ready, it's never ready.
Yeah, but that was before I had the soundboard.
Okay. So it's 2.6 plus 4.5 plus 3 plus 2.51 plus 4 plus 3, and we have a score of 19.61, which is pretty good, dude.
It sure as hell beat the giant Kandahar.
It sure as hell did. Yeah.
You said 19.61?
Yeah, 19.61.
Marker wasn't dead, it was just upside down. Cool. Good to know. No, bad marker. Alright. 19.61.
Oh, I think I did the math wrong. Hold up.
You are fired. The total math wrong or the comparative math wrong?
No, yeah, I'm right.
Alright, good.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, we're good.
Right.
My brain, I just had a brain problem.
You brained it?
Yeah, I wrote our comparative math at the bottom too, and that adds it correctly.
So you scored him higher by half point.
Yeah.
About. Yeah, 10.1. I gave it a 9.51.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really high score, actually. 19.61 for a cryptid.
It's the highest for the year.
Highest for the year so far. Yeah. And Giant of Kandahar. It's the lowest
of the year.
Lowest of the year. Yeah. Even though we only have 2 for the year. But
that's not important.
No, not important at all.
All right. Well, got any more closing thoughts on Mantis Man?
No, dude. I like him. It's a cool story. I believe him. I think he's out there. I believe him enough. I believe him enough to be like, okay, cool. let's make a T-shirt.
That's it. Mantis Man T-shirts.
Mantis Man T-shirts. Yep, next on our store.
Which is a good segue into, if you're interested, go buy some merch.
Yes.
We have an awesome store on Fourth Wall. I just added a bunch more merch too. I made a Squonk hoodie. We have a Mothman bikini bottle. And a print of our elf art.
Yeah.
When I say our, I mean Bryn did it, but
yeah,
we have a print of it. It's pretty cool. So go check that out. Mantis Man T-shirts coming next, I guess, because you heard it here. Charlie wants it.
Yeah.
Go follow us on Instagram. Go follow us on Facebook. Make sure you're following us here on Twitch or on YouTube or on TikTok. Check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Amazon Podcasts. Make sure you are joined. Make sure you join our Discord. It's the only place we take requests. Our schedule is freaking 25 years long. Get in that Discord if you want to see something, because it's the only way it's going to get on the schedule in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Do it. It's cool. We share memes. We share pictures. We talk. I put up polls. I'm going to put up a poll tonight on what you think motorcycle hunting is. So make sure you vote in that if you're in the Discord.
Motorcycle hunting is real, too. We hunt motorcycles. That's the way they get to the Harley dealership.
Yeah, we got to round them up.
We got to round them up.
Hog tie them and drag them to the dealership.
It's like how they used to get wild horses and train them. You got to do that to Harleys, too.
Has this Harley been broken yet?
Yeah, has this Harley been broken yet?
No, it's still a still a stallion.
Still a stallion there.
But yeah, make sure you do all that. If you like movies, follow my Letterboxd. I have a DNR list. If you like books, follow my Goodreads. I have a DNR list.
If you hate books, follow me. I don't talk about them at all.
Right. You don't even read.
I don't even read much. That's why Mantis Man now has no power on me.
He won't steal your books.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for this one, guys.
Cool.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
See y'all next time.
Peace.
Bye. Just kidding.
We lied. I forgot about Mad Libs.
We have a Mad Lib still.
I don't know if anyone's still watching, but you never cut the stream, did you?
I never did cut the
stream. Sweet. If you're still here, we love you.
Yeah.
And if you're just coming back, we love you even more. That's dedication.
That is dedication.
Charlie, I have a Mad Libs for you.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool. Give me an adjective.
Tall.
Tall. Give me a name.
Rodrigo.
Okay. Give me another adjective.
Scaly.
Scaly?
Yeah.
Give me a body part.
Mandibles.
Okay. Give me a verb ending in ing.
Leaning.
Give me an adjective.
Sloped.
Give me a noun.
Brick.
I love that I can see what you're saying before you do. Give me an adjective.
Round.
Give me another adjective.
Plump. I like plump. That's a good word.
Alright. Give me a noun.
Drywall.
Alright, I'll make it work. Give me an adjective.
Fucking blue.
Give me a verb.
Jump.
Okay, give me a past tense verb.
Fell.
Okay, give me a noun.
Fucking knife.
Okay, give me a plural body part.
Fingers.
Okay, give me a past tense verb.
Ran.
You fucker. Come on.
Hurry up.
I'm getting it.
No.
Right, give me another past tense verb.
Drank.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is called Mantis Dating Disaster.
Hell yeah.
It was a tall evening when a praying mantis, named Rodrigo, strutted into the garden and flexed its scaly mandible, like it was auditioning for a nature documentary. Across the yard, it spotted another mantis leaning seductively. Well, aren't you a sloped brick? Rodrigo called, trying to sound round.
It's my new favorite pickup line. Call her a sloped brick.
The two mantises locked eyes, and the air grew plump. As a romantic gesture, Rodrigo offered a piece of drywall, which was bold, blue, and a little confusing. Things escalated quickly. The other mantis tried to jump Rodrigo, but he fell, totally killing the mood. In a panic, the other mantis knocked over a nearby knife, and both mantises froze. Then, without warning, the night became a blur of flailing fingers and bad choices before Rodrigo's new love ran. When the dust settled, Rodrigo looked up into the moonlight and drank before setting off to find a new date.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sloped brick. Looking like a sloped brick.
You look like a sloped brick.
You there looking like a sloped brick.
Love a good sloped brick.
Hell yeah.
All right, now we're actually done.
Yeah, now we're done.
Bye guys.